What's going on, my Trainer Club? Today we're going to check out the top tips to help you guys be ready and prepped for Charmander COMM Day coming this weekend on Saturday in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys ready and prepped for Charmander COMM Day in Pokemon Go? Because I am. Number one, Charmander going into Charizard looks absolutely awesome as a shiny. Number two, we have Dragon Breath coming onto this Pokemon, which is really going to shake things up. And number three, we have my favorite bonus ever in Pokemon Go, which is going to be 3 times catch Stardust affiliated with this Charmander COMM Day. So with all that said, now let's get into the details. We have a lot to cover, and also, some of you guys have tuned into my live stream. You've seen me do the skip animation catch trick. I will include it in some of my resources that I'm gonna tag in my video. However, I'm also gonna put the tutorial at the end as well. I used to do this because a lot of people have been asking, how do I catch Pokemon so fast? So if you don't do it, you're definitely gonna wanna stay through this entire video to see it. So the Charmander COMM Day is gonna be on Saturday, October 17th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a total of 6 hours. And also from 5 to 7 for a total of 8 hours, basically all the way from 11 to 7 p.m. You can evolve your Charmanders into the Charmeleons, into the Charizards. Charmeleon to Charizard is going to give you Dragon Breath. So, utilizing Charizard X with the Dragon and the Fire combination, you're gonna get a stab bonus utilizing Dragon Claw as well as Dragon Breath combination. And since it's still Fire, if you do choose to get Blast Burn on this Pokemon, it's gonna be a mighty strong Pokemon. The bonuses for this event are obviously gonna have increased Charmander spawns. So Charmanders are gonna be absolutely everywhere. It's gonna be a blast. Number two, we have the 3 times catch Stardust. In my opinion, one of the most functional bonuses that you can possibly get for a COMM Day, because we need Stardust to play the game to the maximal potential, so that's amazing. And then also we have the 3-hour incenses for a total of 2 necessary to go for the entire 6 hours. And the main features are going to include event research that's going to give you Charizard Mega Energy, so you're definitely going to want to complete this. That is going to be included. Also with that, we're going to get field research that's going to give us premium items such as Ultra Balls and Pineapple Berries, Golden Raspberries, and then also probably the chance to encounter Charmanders in there as well, which then could be a shiny, and a good IV shiny is definitely something we're all after. Additionally, we're gonna have the Community Day move going from the Charmeleon, as we talked about, into Charizard with Dragon Breath this time. So guys, if you do decide to save one for December, I don't believe that you're gonna be able to get both of these moves with an evolution. That would be crazy. I just don't see that happening. It could happen, and I would bite my tongue for that, but I don't foresee that being an option. I think they're gonna start breaking it down since we now have the first ever Pokemon with 2 COMM Day moves. Saturday would be 2018, 2019 moves. Sunday would be 2020 moves, and that's how they're gonna work it for evolutions. That's just my guess and foreshadow. We'll see what actually happens. Then we're gonna have a 99-cent story. So if you guys have been participating in those stories, typically you get about 15,000 Stardust. You get some Charmander encounters. You're also gonna get a Poffin. So if you do decide to do that, it's only $1. You don't have to do it. It doesn't affect your COMM Day. It's just an incentive on top of that. So if you're like me, $1 is definitely worth it for me. I enjoy doing that because if I get another potential for a shiny Charmander with good IVs, I'm all for that. And Poffins anyway are about $1 anyway. And I do like the Poffins, even though I haven't used it yet, because there hasn't been anything where I'm like, man, I need this Pokemon Best Buddy right now. And then we're gonna be able to get photo bombed. Typically that is gonna be 5 times. So please do your 5 photo bombs. It can be a shiny from there. And finally, we have the COMM Day box, which is gonna be 1,280 coins, 3-star pieces, which we will check out in a second because you're gonna need more than that. It's gonna give you an Elite Charge TM. So if you do evolve with the Dragon Breath and you want Blast Burn on that Pokemon, because Blast Burn is the move that you want on your Pokemon, this would be a great box for you guys to do and then use it on one of your Charizards. And then finally, it comes with 30 Ultra Balls, which is definitely effective as well. So choose what you want wisely. So with all that said, guys, you know what time it is to get into the tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is gonna be starting right now, leading up into the event. So guys, if you didn't watch my prep video, you didn't see the task that you're supposed to get after, Evolve a Pokemon is going to give you the chance 50-50 to get a Haunter. Haunter is going to be a second evolution Pokemon. So what you want to do is find as many Evolve a Pokemon tasks as possible. If you get an Eevee, you're gonna catch it. If you get a Haunter, you're gonna give it a golden raspberry or a regular raspberry, and then you're gonna run from it. That's gonna stack it in the top slot of your tasks, and as many of those as you can stack in there as possible, the better, because that's gonna give you a ton of Stardust. As we did see, if you guys wanna see the entire video and how I break it down, 135,000 Stardust in 30 minutes on this type of event. So that is really effective. Number 2, in this time frame, we wanna make sure that we have as much items as possible. So for me, since it is the 3x catch Stardust, and since we're doing it in a timely fashion, I want to have as many Ultra Balls as possible. My goal is 1,000 Ultra Balls for me, because I don't want these Pokemon breaking out and slowing me down on the process, because every time I have to re-encounter a Pokemon, that's less Stardust that I can get. And yes, I will be playing the entire 6 hours. And if you can't, you may want to run a gacha. So I'm going to suggest you guys check out my auto catcher to see which gacha or Pokemon Go Plus or Pokeball Plus or whatever that is for you is gonna work best. So 1,000 Ultra Balls is crazy, I know, for some of you guys. But combined Great Balls and Ultra Balls, try to get close to 1,000, because for a 6-hour period, if you're using my skip animation catch trick that we did talk about, it's gonna be very lucrative. Skip animation catch trick is up here, or you can watch the tutorial at the end of the video as well. Next, we want to make sure that we have all the Pineapple Berries as possible. Charmander, being a Gen 1 Pokemon, now that we're going to be moving it to Gen 6 soon, it's going to get rarer and rarer. And since this is the second time it's had a COMM day, good chance that it's probably not going to be included in too much after this, except the December wrap-ups. So guys, please pine up as many as possible. I would say 200 Pineapple Berries is a pretty good benchmark for you guys to max out. And then also I would say either Silver Pineapple Berries if you want to get double candy, or you can have golden raspberries, because when you encounter a shiny, if you want to skip animation catch trick that shiny, using a golden berry and an Ultra Ball on this is going to make it very efficient to just catch that Pokemon as a shiny and feel comfortable running from it, knowing that you did catch it because you basically pretty much caught it. Or you can wait for that third shake with the ball, which if you guys check out the video, you'll understand what I mean. And then you'll click run and you got that Pokemon in your bag. And you don't have to waste time watching the animation of, ooh, you caught it. Ooh, here's your bonuses. Ooh, check the Pokemon. Ooh, get out. That really can add up in the long run. And then as always, guys, I always recommend using COMM days as your benchmark to keep your bag clean as much as possible. So COMM day on this time, what are we gonna do? I would always say 500 spots is a good way to be if you have around 3,000. I have not gone over 3,000 yet. But also, on the 20th, we are gonna have the 2x transfer candy from legendaries. So if you guys have some legendaries saved up, you may have to kind of maneuver around this. And if you have as much Stardust as I do, it's okay to maneuver around this just a little bit. But if you don't clear out your bag, let's say you're going in with 50 spots. Let's say it takes you 5 minutes to go through all those IVs every hour, for a total of 6 hours. So 5 times 6, that's gonna be 30 minutes. If it takes you 10 minutes, that's gonna be an entire hour that you are spending in your bag cleaning out. That's why I always suggest 33% clean out of your bag is a great benchmark to keep you guys safe and ready to go every single time, to make sure you have full maximization of my favorite bonus in the game, which is then gonna lead us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is gonna be strategizing about the event right before we start to get there. Number 1, if you can get outside, a downtown area is gonna be a fantastic place to be. If you cannot, use the auto catcher like I talked about if you're working or have something else to do, because you can still get Stardust, Charmanders, and everything like that. And then also we can stack our items now, which all of you guys should know that by now, is all you have to do is put on multiple things and you're able to stack up that time frame. So as far as the items go, what are we gonna need? We need star pieces. We need a total of 12 if we're gonna go the entire 6 hours. So 12 star pieces is needed in order to get that. So please be conscious of that, because you wanna maximize the entire time. Having 50% more Stardust is definitely worth it. You're gonna need 2 incenses, and also during this time, we're in the part 2 of the changing seasons. So what you can do is during this 3-hour boosted incense period, you can put on multiple and go for up to 24 hours on incenses by only using 8, as opposed to 24 if you're outside of the COMM day event. So if you want to hunt afterwards, maybe you put on 2, 3, or 4 and get you a total of that 9-hour period or the 12-hour period, or you can put on the total of 24. Just realize that obviously you're probably gonna be sleeping at some point during that time, so a lot of that will be wasted, but it's still way more beneficial to take a total of 8 for 24 hours than it is to do a little bit more, right? Even if you wake up the next day and you put on 4, that's only 4 hours. and you only missed out on, let's say you slept for 8 hours out of a 24 period, that's really good for us. So the downtown area is really crucial, tons of stops, a lot of people playing, and if you choose to use premium lures, that's gonna be great. The one I would use is the magnetic lure. It's the closest one to produce any type of fire Pokemon, but since the Charmander is boosted, pretty much over 50% of those spawns are gonna be Charmanders from that anyway, and you're gonna be getting more Pokemon as well. So with all that said, now let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is gonna be 30 minutes before the event. What is going to be the best things for you guys to do? Number 1, do not catch any Pokemon 30 minutes before this event because all of those spawns that are sitting there could change over into Charmanders once it happens. And also, don't complete any research tasks in the immediate area because if you do, those tasks will not switch over to the Charmanders, which is going to lose you out on premium items and Charmander encounters through the research, which can be a good IV shiny. And then also, I want to point out that we have the 3x catch stardust bonus, right? So we're going to be on star pieces. So if you guys didn't check out my 12-kilometer egg video, I'm going to suggest that you guys beat the Go Rocket leaders. Go after them, have the egg spot open, put the 12-kilometer egg in your bag, get 9 of those guys because on a star piece, hatching 9 12-kilometer eggs, or even if you have some 10-kilometer eggs and you hybrid it with 12-kilometer eggs, perfectly fine because it's going to give you a lot more stardust. And also, if you guys do stack up on your friendship XP, maybe using the first 30 minutes of this event to go ahead and hit ultra best and even great friends to get you more XP if you're trying to get to 40 or you're trying to hit an XP goal, that's a great time for you guys to do that as well because the COMM day, everybody pretty much plays, so it's a great time to synchronize this up. So with all that said, now let's get into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be focusing on during the event. So Charmander is going to be boosted in sunny weather. So anytime we get sunny weather, best time to play number 1 because Charmander can go all the way to level 35 and every time you catch it, you're going to be getting an increase in Stardust, which is amazing for us. Number 2, we want to know the 100% IVs of the Charmander. So 420 is going to be level 15 at task level. If you were going to go and catch it in the wild without sunny weather, every condition but sunny weather, it's going to be 840 at level 30. But as soon as the sunny weather hits, it's going to go all the way to level 35, weather boosted in the sun at a 100% IV at 910. That 840 is no longer relevant when the weather boost is in effect. And then we're also going to be looking for the Go Battle League Pokemon. So as far as the Great League, yes, you can use the Dragon Breath and the Dragon Claw. However, Fire Spin is going to be the recommended moveset at rank 165 with 100% IV at 0, 15, 13. However, when we're looking at the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 56 and Dragon Breath is the recommended moveset. So for this league, this would be the great time to evolve this Pokemon. Granted, I would probably have one for Great, one for Ultra just to have, because having it as a fire type attacker with the quick move and a dragon type attacker as the quick move is going to be beneficial depending on how you kind of maneuver up your teams. 100% IV for the Ultra League is going to be 0, 13, 15. In the Master League, it's going to be ranked 97 with Dragon Breath as the recommended moveset. 100% IVs all maxed out. You can buddy boost it. The one thing also, guys, that you're going to have to realize is that Blast Burn, like we talked about, is a second COMM day move. So if you're using one of these ones that you evolved this time, you are then gonna have to put Blast Burn on this Pokemon. So if you are willing to spend 2 of the Elite Charged TMs, you can go ahead and do so. Or you can just have your Great League one set up, and if you choose to use it, then use that. And don't use the Elite Charged TM until you're ready to use this Pokemon. But if you are going to evolve 100% IV, and then you're going to be able to use it for a Mega Charizard X to get the stab bonus with the Dragon typing combination, then you may consider having to use this when this Pokemon is useful in your raid party. I always say when, because there's no point to fill up the gas in a really good car and park it in a garage. Same thing goes for the Pokemon. There's no point in putting a dominant moveset on it, paying to do so with the Elite TMs, and then parking it in your Pokemon storage garage not to use it. Only use it when it is an absolute must or it fits into your party and you are ready to go. That's the best way to be in Pokemon Go, to make sure to conserve your resources rather than just having it just to have it. Doesn't make sense because maybe you could have used that resource for something more beneficial in a different area. And then obviously once the event starts, you're going to want to incubate all your eggs, stack up on all of your items, so 12 star pieces, put them all on immediately. put on at least 2 incenses, and then any of these stacked tasks that we talked about with the haunters and any other Pokemon previously, you're gonna wanna clear through that during the beginning of the day, so you have that done with, and you're not at the end of the day trying to scramble like, oh my gosh, I forgot the tasks. I have 2 minutes left to get through this task. Doesn't make sense. Be proactive, get that Stardust, because those second evolution Pokemon, including the Nuzleaf that's gonna be in the wild, if you do see that Pokemon, target that Pokemon, because the Nuzleaf is gonna be the most beneficial, and it is boosted during this event at this time. So with all that said, we're now gonna get to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is gonna be after the event ends and in the post-event. So what do we have to focus on? Number 1, we need to trade as much as possible. If you guys are looking to get candy, over 10 kilometers is gonna get you 2, over 100 kilometers is gonna get you 3, and you have to evolve from 5 to 7 if you have not evolved during the event time, because we want the Dragon Breath on as many of them as possible, because we can always save them with our shinies and trade them later or transfer them. It's better to have that. Definitely want to get candy and lucky Pokemon as well, and if you have a lucky trade, you can use it on this Pokemon if you want to, or you can just save it for something else. And as always, evolve as many as possible like I just talked about. It's better to have too many and have to transfer the shinies than it is to have to elite TM something or try to get it traded from somebody else. So with all that said, guys, appreciate you guys for being here. I hope you guys max out. It's gonna be an absolute blast. I'll see you guys on the live stream and in the vlog. Starting off with the skip animation catch trick. This is gonna be a quick tutorial for you guys. If you do wanna check it out, please do check it out up here. So first thing we're gonna do here is we're just gonna click on a Pokemon. The start of everything, right? So this is gonna be a little different. You can use a berry or not use a berry. That doesn't really matter too much. So the first thing you're gonna do is select your ball. You put your finger on the tray, you pull it over. Keep your finger on the screen. Once you throw the ball, you let go, you push off the screen, the run button glitches up into the top corner, and now you have that Pokemon. So I'm gonna break this down so you guys have this a little bit slower motion. Starting off is we're gonna go ahead and put our finger on either the Pokeball tray on the right side or the berry tray on the left side. It works for either. Then we're gonna go ahead and slide it across. You can slide it up. I just think that sliding it across works. So if you're doing the berry tray, it's gonna be in the opposite direction. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick the ball up with your finger still on the screen. That is gonna be the biggest thing that you need to make sure of. See how my finger's still on the screen? The key is once you touch that berry or ball tray, keeping your finger on the screen the entire time you throw the Pokeball is crucial until the Pokeball hits the Pokemon. Then we throw right there. Once the Pokemon gets hit by the ball, we then release our finger from the screen. This is gonna glitch the ball tray or the berry tray to come out. That is gonna be how we glitch the run button up into the top corner. Then, once that ball tray comes all the way out, is all you have to do is tap outside of the screen, not on the ball tray, but outside of the screen, as I just did above the berry tray or the ball tray. Once you tap outside of there, it's going to go ahead and hide that screen. And it's crucial, if you don't do that step, what happens is the tray will get frozen on your game. So if you forget to click outside of the tray to close the tray, the berry tray will get frozen on your screen and you're gonna have to restart the game. So it's very crucial that you do that step. And then by doing so, it's gonna glitch the run button up into the top left corner. And by glitching it into the top left corner, that allows you, once you hit the Pokemon, you can either do one of two things. You can run immediately, like I do here, or you can wait for it to do 1, 2 shakes, and on the third shake, as soon as that third shake goes all the way around, that means you've caught the Pokemon. You can go ahead and run. You don't need to wait for it to say gotcha or anything like that. Once that third shake does the swivel and completes the swivel, you can run because you then caught that Pokemon. That's what I do on all my shinies when I'm quick catching them. I wait for that swivel, and then I go ahead and run. And by clicking that run button, boom, we now have run from that Pokemon. We've skipped the animation, which is why we have this skip animation catch trick. It really, really significantly speeds up your gameplay. And there the Pokemon is sitting in the bags. It is not a 100% catch rate. It is gonna be whatever catch rate is, but if you use the appropriate ball and you use the appropriate berry, you can speed up your gameplay a lot, and most of the time you will catch it. And especially on these lower CP Pokemon that we are catching right here in this cluster spawn, perfectly good to just go ahead and basically use whatever. So here is me using a golden raspberry. Not necessary, but it guarantees a shiny catch, especially for COMM Day, which is why we're prepping for this. And then we have the Gulpin right here. That's going to be another Pokemon that we can go ahead and quick catch. If you want to wait for the Pokemon's animation to happen and then throw the ball and time it up as we do the raid bosses, that's what we just demonstrated there with that Gulpin. And then we have the Houndour coming out there. Boom, we hit it. And we can even get the bounce back throw as well with the glitch out there. You just let it happen. And then finally, we have the Spinnerack. So the Spinnerack, I'm going to demonstrate something different. I'm going to demonstrate calling the ball back. Check this out. So what happens here is you're going to go ahead and throw this. This takes a ton of practice. Once you throw it, as soon as the ball tray pops out, you're basically clicking for the ball to call back. What you have to do is call the ball back, number one, before it either hits the ground or it hits the Pokemon. So let's say that you throw a ball at a Pokemon and it's in the middle of an attack and it bounces the ball off and it doesn't do a bounce back throw. You can claim that ball back before it hits the ground, and then that allows you to, number one, not break a catch streak, or number two, not waste a Pokeball, Great Ball, or Ultra Ball, which is pretty valuable. It gives you the most control. It's the most advanced, and you really have to be extremely timely with this, but when done properly, it really helps you max out completely on catching all your Pokemon. Thank you for all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I wanna take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.